Welcome back, one and all. What a busy time it is here at Cruise1st TV right now. Well, I say here at Cruise1st TV. Behind the scenes, the Cruise1st team are very, very busy. I just know there are lots and lots of shows coming through the pipeline. More shows than ever before, actually. And don't forget, there are more ways to watch too. You can now watch day and night on our website, cruise1st.tv. You can also try this. You might need to ask someone to set it up. I did. But you can cast, whatever that means, your YouTube to your telly, and you can watch us there in glorious HD 24 hours a day. Now, I don't know what that really means, but tellies are very clever these days, and if you've got YouTube on your telly, you can watch us all day at night in better quality than you might be viewing us right now. Anyway, in this show, a new update of offers from Virgin Voyages. Time to unleash yourself into the adults-only playground for 3 wonderful adventures, and we've got bonuses and upgrades galore coming your way, with all of our feature dates having a chance to upgrade to the balcony by just paying the ocean view price. Sounds good to me. We're heading to Greece and Croatia for some starry nights in July with a free drinks bar tab. Oh, cheers to that. One at a time responsibly, of course. We've also got Miami in the Caribbean for January in 2026 with a sea view to sea terrace-free upgrade. Brilliant. And swinging hammock as well. First, though, for next October, the chance to escape for 19 nights and enjoy Spanish sunsets to the Sunshine State. Try saying that 10 times after a margarita. And we're going on board Virgin's Scarlet Lady with a bar tab for everyone booking this offer. And we're going to meet her in Barcelona. So let's go to Barcelona. Let's. Far nicer weather than it is here. At the moment, while I am filming, it is absolutely pouring it down outside. It's almost thundering through the roof. So any escape, any chance to go and get some sunshine or just something brighter would be lovely. So Scarlet Lady was the first of the Virgin Voyages fleet. Of course, they're now 4 ships strong, which is brilliant, with Brilliant Lady having just launched. I obviously say brilliant too much. It must have rubbed off onto Virgin. But this is Scarlet Lady, the first and the original Virgin Voyages ship. She's fabulous as well. I remember stepping on board, in fact, because of course Virgin Voyages launched in early 2020, just before the world stopped for a year and a half. But I managed to get a quick half a day on board in Liverpool, and do you know what? I just knew straight away. I knew that everything I imagined a Virgin cruise ship to be kind of came to life straight away. Really edgy vibe on board, really nice, really fresh, really modern, and also something for cruisers of all ages as well, because I think actually there are some people who have been wedded to the same cruise line. Maybe that cruise line has become just a little bit safe, a little bit ordinary, and you just fancy something that is that kind of next level, something different, something that elevates your experience a little bit. Of course, on board, your fare includes so much. I mean, having Wi-Fi included for your whole cruise, you know, a whole cruise of Wi-Fi can cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's just a given on a Virgin voyage, because I think it's just because that's Virgin and that's who they are. They're kind of like, well, everyone's using Wi-Fi all the time. Most people have always got a phone in their hand, so let's just make Wi-Fi part of the thing. All of the dining on board, 20 plus different dining options, all included in your fare. The most amazing entertainment, and I don't just mean a show every night. I mean parties on board, you know, great special nights. They don't do a white night, they do a scarlet night, because they're Virgin, of course, that's their colours. And just the whole thing is just very, very fun and very, very relaxed, and just a very different cruising experience. Of course, every time a new cruise line comes along, it needs to be different, and Virgin certainly is, and proving really, really popular as well. Of course, we're joining her in Barcelona. We've got 15 nights on board. We go to Palma de Mallorca first, which is lovely. You can take a shore thing, which is a Virgin excursion here on a yacht, and go and sightsee in style. You can jump in for some swimming and snorkeling and then sunbathe on the deck. Sounds a brilliant idea. dear. Day at sea to Casablanca in Morocco, and you can take a tour here to visit the largest and oldest winery with tastings and Moroccan delicacies and learn how the region's climate makes it perfect for wine production. Very nice indeed, if you can remember by the time you've tasted. Day at sea to Funchal in Madeira. You can take a zodiac tour here and go and see whales, dolphins, porpoises, all with a marine biologist guide, which would be rather nice. Quick hop across to the Canaries next to Tenerife, and here's a lovely thing to do. Take a tour on an unforgettable cooking experience at an ancient Canarian mansion, and you can learn how to make dishes there and taste your own creation before having a nice ride back to the port. Sounds all right, doesn't it? Cruise the Atlantic for a few days. Quite a few days, in fact, actually. Lovely. It's just what you want on a Virgin cruise. And then you arrive in Miami. That's where you say ta-ra to Scarlet Lady, but you're staying here for 3 nights in a hotel in Miami. Now, there's a lovely hop-on, hop-off tour in Miami that you might want to know about as well, with an audio guide. It's a double-decker bus. I'm sure it's not like our double-decker buses. I'm sure it's very, very glamorous indeed. Provides the best views there, and you can hop on and hop off at different destinations. Miami Beach, the city, the Art Deco district, the Windward Walls, beach fronts on South Beach, and so much more. Enjoy that. 3 fabulous nights, and then we fly back to the UK. This is my kind of holiday, actually. This would be really, really nice to do. If you fancy just something a little bit different, and look at the date on this. We're talking next October. Can I just ask you how your weather has been through October? I know. It's rubbish, isn't it? It's funny, isn't it? And now it's dark all the time again. And you're thinking, actually, I need something different in my life. This would be amazing to do. Well, you can book it in today with a deposit of just £199 each, which is brilliant. And that includes your flight from the UK to Barcelona. That's where you're going to meet Scarlet Lady. 15 nights of cruising. Because this is a repositioning cruise, you get more cruise for less money. You have got your transatlantic cruise here, but I would say absolutely embrace that wholeheartedly, because that's the time to really enjoy so much included on the ship. That's all your dining, all your tips and service charges, Wi-Fi right the way throughout the cruise, even in the middle of the Atlantic, because it comes via satellite. And on this offer, oh yeah, book this now as well, soon, and we are throwing in a $300 bar tab for drinks. Now, they don't have drinks packages on Virgin. You have something called a bar tab. So we are giving you, in essence, $300 behind the bar for drinks. So if you want to blow that whole $300 on one bottle of champagne, they will have one. You can do that. Or you can just buy a round of drinks here and a round of drinks there, bottle of wine with dinner, whatever. It's completely up to you. One at a time responsibly, please. You're cruising from Barcelona to Palma de Mallorca, Morocco, Madeira, Tenerife, and across the pond to Miami. And then we leave Scarlet Lady and stay in Miami for 3 nights in a hotel and your flight back to the UK. Whew. That'd be a nice Christmas present to each other, wouldn't it? You can do that with a deposit today of just £199 each, which is brilliant, to secure this price tag. And remember, there's a $300 bar tab coming your way. So in essence, it's like the equivalent of us giving you a drinks package, but rather than it be, you know, a day-by-day thing, we're just saying, there you go, $300 behind the bar, it's all yours. Just for booking with us. Thank you very much. £2,099 per person. That's amazing value for money considering what's included there as well. You'll be very rarely dipping into your pocket on a Virgin Voyages, because we've now, you know, we've covered some of your drinks there as well, which is great. And on this one, we are going to make you another offer as well. Upgrade to Sea View, which is an ocean view with Virgin, for an extra $299 per person. We'll upgrade you to a sea terrace balcony, not just with the sliding doors, but with a swinging hammock on your balcony. How does that sound? There are seats there as well. Here's the details to upgrade. So just $299 more takes you from Sea View to Sea Terrace, which is ocean view to balcony basically, which is amazing. So if you want to take that up with us, 15 nights on Scarlet Lady. It's difficult to find itineraries that are that long on Virgin Voyages, and people love their time. Honestly, people of all ages have come back and said to us, you know what, I wasn't sure whether it was going to be for me. I wasn't sure whether it was going to be, you know, just full of kids, like the Ibiza clubbing scene. And it's great. Cruisers of all ages are loving Virgin and just loving how free and easy it is. Book it with us today and you'll get the extra bar tab as well. That's like $300 behind the bar from us, just to say thank you very much for booking with us here at Cruise First. You're welcome. 0800 953 4700 is that free call number. And don't forget, of course, all the Virgin Voyages are on our website right now at cruise1st.tv. There'll be others with cheeky little upgrades available as well, like, you know, the free ocean view to balcony upgrades, bar tabs included. I can only show you 3 offers because I've only got half an hour, but there will be many more. So go check them out on the website, or give our team a call, 0800 953 4700, because if you've got an idea of the region of the world you want to go to and roughly when you want to go, they'll unlock the deal. They'll unlock the best deal for you, because of course we deal with cruise. That's what we do. That's why we're called Cruise First, because that is our priority. Right, next we're going to take in some starry nights in Greece and Croatia for 12 nights all over. This is for the 8th of July, but there is another date in May and another one in September, but I'll price it up for this July date. And we've got a free bar tab on this one as well for you on the 8th of July. We are going to fly you off to Athens this time in Greece for a 2-night hotel stay. Always looks a fantastically fabulous city, Athens, doesn't it? I just think it's one of those places that you can completely and utterly just immerse in and say to yourself when you come back, why haven't I ever been to Greece before? Amazing. It looks incredible, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, there's the historical reasons to go and see it, all of these lovely ruins that you're seeing, but what's the food like? What's the shopping like? You want to find out for yourself, don't you? You've got 2 nights in an Athens hotel to do that. Then we are joining Resilient Lady, which is the 3rd of the Virgin Voyages fleet as well, launched last year, I believe. Again, fantastic. Basically, because there are only 4 ships in the fleet, they are all basically the same. Which is great, actually, because you know there's now a great consistency going through. There's nothing worse than when you find your cruise line and you cruise with one ship and then you change to another ship and it's completely and utterly different. With Virgin, you're going to get that same fun. Obviously, different entertainment, different entertainers will be on board, but the same fabulous experiences. Now, we talked about all of the dining being included when you're on Virgin. And the great thing is, I think, you're kind of so off the clock with Virgin as well. You know, you can kind of do what you want and when you want, which is, I think, what we kind of need these days. You've got Wi-Fi included already, so you can go onto the app, you can go and see everything that's going on. There's fabulous entertainment and activities going on if you want to. There's lots of social activities, you know, there's a lot of kind of jumping in together and, you know, having great times, spontaneous events and entertainment, maybe things that you're not necessarily expecting. Entertainment of an evening, by the way, is brilliant because it's so varied. It's not just one production show. There's lots of things going on. There's live music. There are great production shows. There are great parties up on deck, around the pool, and in the pool as well, which is great. Which, you know, you would never dream of doing ordinarily. I mean, if I said to you all right now, let's all meet Friday night down at the swimming baths, and we'll all get in and dance around the pool, you'd be like, no, wouldn't you? You'd be like, I'd rather stay at home with fish and chips, thanks. But, you know, when you're on board a cruise, you kind of throw some of your cares and inhibitions out of the window, which is lovely. You can also rest and relax in the lovely spa on board and just enjoy being pampered. It's nice to treat yourself to that kind of thing and see how different the entertainment is as well. And because it's adults only on board, you know, some of the entertainment and the comedy can be a little bit more grown up, which I think is quite nice, isn't it? Because we're all adults, aren't we? Why not? Lovely. Right, let's see where we're cruising to then. We're cruising out of the port for Athens, of course. First port goes into Santorini. You can go volcano hiking here on a tour over the lava fragments to a spectacular rim around the island's crater and swim in the geothermal springs. Nice. Bodrum in Turkey. We haven't seen that on itineraries for a long time. Wonderful markets here, and you can go on a markets tour with a chef leading and go and see all the stalls and whatever, and then transform them into tasty dishes on board the ship with the chef. Sounds good. Next we go to Mykonos. We're here for 2 days. It means that you can go and do the nightlife in Mykonos if you want to. You can also take a catamaran tour Turinia and Delos, which are 2 uninhabited islands off the coast. Enjoy the nightlife on a tour to the Sunset 180 Degrees Bar and the Old Town, and take your glow sticks. Day at sea to Dubrovnik in Croatia, and there's a sure thing excursion here to learn how olive oil is traditionally made, and you can taste the oil with local snacks and explore Ston, which is the oyster capital, and visit the oyster beds as well. Kotor next in Montenegro. Now you can take an ATV tour into one of the remote wooded valleys here, which looks spectacular. You ride the national park, the coast and the rugged hills together, and there are brilliant viewpoints all of the way round. Corfu is next, where you can take a cruise tour in a traditional fishing boat with a local guide to the channels and lagoons on Sivota Island, and you can swim and snorkel there as well. Just giving you some different ideas of some of the tours, or shore things as Virgin call them, that are available for you to treat yourself on the way round the cruise. So you might think you've seen these destinations and you know the kind of things that you want to do. Great, fine, no problem. I mean, Dubrovnik, if like me, you've been hiked into the realms of House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones, and you want to see the locations there, brilliant. In Dubrovnik, that's where I'm going. I'm going to King's Landing. There'll be a tour for that as well, believe you me, because everyone wants to see it right now. I would love to be there. I get dressed up and have a sword and everything. That'd be great. Anyway, so this holiday, fascinating 12 nights for July next year, includes your flights to and from Athens and a 2-night hotel stay there, and then your 10 nights of Virgin voyage on Resilient Lady in Greece and Croatia, with your overnight in Mykonos with your glow stick, of course. Glow stick not included, bring it with you. I'm sure they'll probably have them in the shops though. You'll be able to buy them there, won't you? Yeah. Book today with us, and as well as the included dining, Wi-Fi, tips, fitness, entertainment and so much more, we're also going to add a $200 bar tab for drinks. Cheers to that, one at a time responsibly. And here is your price tag. You'll like this actually, because this is, in terms of star rating, if you were to star rate Virgin, I would say 5-star. I definitely would, for the rounded inclusions that you are getting here, and how smart and new the ships are, and how much you have got. You know, full Wi-Fi package. We've also added a couple of $100 worth of drinks there for you as well. It's brilliant. This is another offer as well, where if you book a sea view, so the ocean view, we'll upgrade you again for free to the sea terrace balcony with the hammock, which would be lovely. So let's go and check out the prices for that. 10 nights on the cruise, remember this time, $299. Would round it up quite nicely, wouldn't it? Quite a nice little offer that, isn't it? There are other dates as well for the package, 27th of May and the 30th of September next year. Obviously price varies by dates, so talk to the team. So there are other dates for you to choose from, but that's the price for the 8th of July with your $200 bar tab as well, which is great. And I love the bar tab. The bar tab is brilliant because then you can just say, you know what, I've met some lovely people on this cruise and we're all gin lovers, so I'll have a bottle of that gin there, thank you very much. And you can use the bar tab for that, rather than, you know, a glass of this, a glass of that. You can just say, I'll have a bottle of that for the table, thank you very much, and you can just pop that onto your bar tab. Please enjoy one at a time responsibly. Right, okay, enough hearing from me. I feel like you've just been watching my jaw go up and down and up and down and up and down. Let's hear from some of you about why you love your cruising.
For me, I think it's getting to see a lot of different places, having a little taster of different places, and then deciding, is it somewhere that I would like to come back and see a little bit more of, really. And that's why me and my husband have chosen to do cruises.
I love meeting people. I like getting away from my bungalow by the sea on my own and being with other people and having a great time and meeting friends, some friends that I still keep in contact with now from lots of past cruises. That's really good.
You can never get bored on a cruise ship, whether it's at a destination or it's got a sea day. There's always plenty to do. You never get bored. You don't even know you're on it. You're sailing. And when you're sailing, as I say, you're sailing at night and you don't even know. You can't feel anything. And I'd highly recommend cruises, most definitely.
Fabulous. I'm going to have lots more of those videos as well down the line, of course, after the next cruise with me, which I can't wait for. It's going to be very, very exciting indeed. And thank you for sharing as well, because, you know, there's everything that I say, but actually, you know, people naturally look at someone like me doing a channel like this and they go, yeah, well, of course you'd say that. But it's really nice to hear it from you. Right, so let's hear more about Virgin Voyages right now as we go magnetic Miami to gorgeous Georgetown, which sounds lovely, doesn't it? 15 nights all told. This goes on the 29th of January in 2026, and we're flying off to Miami, everyone. Again, I feel I should open up a button and get my hairy chest out. Here we go. 3 nights in a hotel in Miami, which is good to do. Don't worry, I won't inflict that upon anybody. It's really not worth seeing. There's a calendar. Is there a calendar? There might be a calendar. Who knows? One year there might be a calendar. Not with my hairy chest on it though. Anyway, 3 nights in Miami. You can look at other people's hairy chests while you're there on all the fabulous beaches. But of course, Miami is fantastic. Just a nice place to be. I imagine it to be a little bit of a poser's paradise as well. Do you know, people with sporty cars kind of riding them around and whatever. And that's fine because it looks like a really cool place. Nice to spend some time there. And then time for us to cruise on the 4th and latest of the Virgin Voyages ships. This is brilliant, lady. They're all brilliant, to be honest with you. They're absolutely brilliant. The team on board Virgin are such fun. I mean, you know, if you flown with Virgin Atlantic, you know that they've just got this kind of different way of doing service. Virgin, whenever they employ a team, they allow them to be them. And I think that's really nice because everyone's got different personalities. And actually, you know, sometimes even on cruise ships, you know, service can be a little bit reserved. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like best foot forward. And that's important, but it's also good to have fun as well. And I kind of feel like on a Virgin ship that crew and passenger kind of become one. Do you know what I mean? There's no distinction between one and the other. Everyone just has a great time together. You get the very, very best of service. The people that work on board work incredibly hard as well, and there are plenty of them. And that's what makes your holiday. If you're seeing other happiness around you, you're having a happier holiday, I always feel. There's nothing worse than sometimes when you go into that restaurant and there's, you know, the waiters are arguing or there's some kind of, you know, there's some kind of friction going on. I kind of absorb that. Whereas if you're having a good time and you're full of or around lots of people who are having a good time, it kind of permeates you as well, doesn't it? Which I think is really, really lovely. Adults only as well. And I do like that in some way. And it's nothing against children at all, but it's quite nice to have an adults only environment where you kind of, you don't necessarily have to watch your P's and Q's and you can enjoy slightly naughtier comedy or entertainment or whatever. And it just feels like it's right for this kind of experience. And you've got 11 nights on board on this cruise, so just lap that up. And I like the fact that the Virgin itineraries are nicely punctuated with sea days as well, because you need that. In fact, when you get on board this cruise, your first couple of nights out of Miami are at sea, and you need those. You need to get to know the ship, you need to relax and enjoy. We're going out into the Caribbean anyway, so there's no kind of rushing around anywhere. We're just going out to these relaxed paradises. Let's go into Willemstad first in Curacao. You can take a tour to the Hato Caves here and explore the 17th century Fort Amsterdam and go shopping in the central market to get lost in the maze of stalls, which sounds very good indeed. Next we go to Oranjestad in Aruba. You can take a Jeep safari here to the Californian Lighthouse, Eagle Beach, and off-road to the Hudishibana Dunes, which sounds pretty good. There's also some gold mill ruins there. A day at sea, and we're in Cartagena in Colombia, which is a wonderful, vibrant city, lots of colour, a real photographer's dream, by the way. So if you like taking Instagram pictures and whatever, lots of music going on there. You can take a lovely horse carriage ride through the city. Day at sea, we're in Jamaica on the Bob Marley bus. Would be nice, but you can go to Dolphin Cove as well and swim with the dolphins and feed them there and snorkel with stingrays or take a glass bottom kayak, all of which sound fantastic. Next to Georgetown in Grand Cayman, Stingray City is the biggest of all the attractions here. It'll be the tour, the shore thing, that will get booked up the quickest. So if you want to do it, make sure you do it as quickly as you possibly can, or you can experience the 7 Mile Beach. Day at sea back into Miami, and that is unfortunately where we have to fly back to the UK, having had the most incredible time. And listen, I know when we go through a Caribbean itinerary, we're always saying, it's almost like a bad habit here, isn't it? We go through each port and we say, you can do this and you can do that and you can do this and you can go and see this and go and see that and go and climb this and go and swim that. You don't have to do any of those things, by the way. You can just say, actually, there's a tour there which takes us to a private beach club where we pay a fee, and that's all of our drinks and our lounger and just 5-star and food and whatever. You can just do that day after day after day if you want to, or you can just stay on the ship and then just enjoy the warmth of the sunshine of the Caribbean. Oh, can't you just feel it now? It'd be lovely. Anyway, your deposit for this one today is just £199 each. Can you tell I really need a holiday? You can lock in our price today with that deposit, which includes your flight to Miami, 3 nights in a hotel there, 11 nights of cruising on Brilliant Lady with Virgin Voyages around the Caribbean. So much included on board, of course, over your 20 different dining options, Wi-Fi, soft drinks, entertainment, fitness, and so many fabulous facilities for you to enjoy. Let's cut straight to the chase, shall we? I think also when we look at holiday prices, especially how we're feeling at this time of the year, I think we could almost look at any price and go, yeah, do you know what, anything for all of that sunshine and all of that enjoyment and whatever. But that's a particularly good price tag, and you can lock that price in today with deposits of just £199 each. If you do want to upgrade to your ocean view, we'll upgrade you to a balcony for free with the hammock. So let's go and see the price for that as well then, shall we? Why not? It's nearly Christmas anyway, isn't it? Should we treat ourselves? Shall we? Why not? Who's there to say no? Look at each other and say, shall we? Yeah, blow it. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? 0800 953 4700. If you want other Virgin Voyages holiday ideas, by the way, so many more on the website, Cruise1st.tv, lots of which right now have the special offers as well. There will be more offers, selected cruises that have the upgrades, the extra bar tabs, whatever we can unlock, we always will for you. Remember that our company is booking Virgin Voyages for people around the world, and that gives us a bigger buying power with all the major cruise lines, but we have an amazing relationship with Virgin Voyages as well. We kind of really have grown together. They are one of the newest cruise lines out there, of course, just launched in 2020. So we love working with Virgin because they're great fun. They're a lovely cruise to talk about as well. And I've spoken to a lot of people and heard from a lot of people who've come back from a Virgin voyage. In fact, a lot of people's first experience of Virgin Voyages was, in the early days, after travel stopped and it started again. We did some staycation cruising around the UK, and lots of people did that with Virgin, and they were like, oh, this is not necessarily what I expected it to be. I thought this was for the kids. You know what I mean? I thought that this was Club 1830 on the sea. It really isn't. And people of all ages are loving this. And I love the fact that actually, one of their big home ports is in Miami as well, because that just gives you an excuse to get out to the sunshine in Miami and just enjoy it. Well, listen, I hope that's given you a few very, very good ideas. If you missed any of the show, don't forget all our shows are on YouTube, and you can also watch the channel all day and all night on our website at Cruise1st.tv, and also at our YouTube channel. Just search for Cruise First and you will find us there. You can also do something called casting your YouTube from your gadget or your device to your telly as well. And some tellies have the YouTube app on there already, so go and check it out. Anyway, listen, that's it. I'm out of time for this one. I am back though in just a few minutes' time. Don't you go far now.